Okay, we are here in sweltering Charleston, West Virginia. Thankfully, it's not quite as hot here as it is back in DC, but I think it's supposed to be easily in the 90s today, probably one of the hottest days of the year so far. So, not super pleasant, and I'm not going to stay outside for very long. But I thought it might be fun to take a look at the different Cinewhoops that I have. I have three. I have my DJI Avata, my GEPRC Cinelog35, and my GEPRC Cinelog20, and just see what the noise levels are for each one. Um, I'm probably not going to be blasting through here at full speed, but I thought it might be interesting just to see kind of like general noise levels of each. I would say, in my experience, the Cinelog 20 is actually very quiet. I think I actually might end up using that for professional stuff more often than I expected, simply because A, it's extremely light, but B, it's extremely quiet. And with the O3 Air unit, you get that nice 4K up to 120. Um, frames per second. So it's really flexible, and really useful, easily portable, easy to just get up anywhere. So I've actually been really impressed by, I think, the utility of it. With the 850 milliamp hour batteries, I get about 4.5 minutes or so of flight time, which honestly isn't that much different than the Cinelog 20. Got a UPS truck going by. I thought they were on strike. I guess they're not on strike anymore. So yeah, I get 4.5 or 5 minutes out of the Cinelog 35 with these 1300 milliamp batteries, and then of course with the Avata, you're looking at probably at least 10 minutes. So the battery life on the Avata has everyone else beat. But in terms of like image quality coming from the base cameras, those are all roughly the same because they're basically all the same camera. I'm not flying with the GoPro on my Cinelog 35 just to kind of even things out. It probably has to do quite a bit of extra work to get in the air with that thing on it. So I figured, just for fairness, we'll fly it with just the O3 Air unit. I don't know how accurate this is going to be, but I got my little tablet set up with a decibel meter, and then I'm going to put my mic kind of right next to it just to get not just the decibel levels, but just kind of the general sound of each drone as they take off and kind of fly by at a few feet. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it's not a disaster. Okay, that was the Cinelog 20. I couldn't see, obviously, the numbers on the thing, but I have a screen recording as well, so we'll see what that looks like. But not particularly loud, and pretty easy to fly, kind of low and slow, which is why I really like it. So we're going to go get that off the grass, and then we're going to try out, I think, the Cinelog 35. Okay, quite a bit louder. Like I said, quite a bit louder. Um, Not insane. Honestly, I haven't flown my Avata in a while, but I still feel like it's quieter than the Avata. But we'll see here in just a minute. I gotta say, I'm very surprised by these numbers. I wouldn't have thought that the Cinelog 20 was actually quite a bit louder than the Avata. But I guess that's my memory being skewed from not having flown my Avata for a long time. But definitely shows that the Cinelog35 is pretty loud. But not quite surprising, just given how powerful it is. But good to know.